American is at the table, and that is what we will insist, and particularly as we move toward some kind of debate that may come up in the near future.
And that would be Africans in America. Make sure we get your card, we'll get to our written policy. Thank you very much. Hi, Senator. Hi. Well, let me just say, that was the bell. We have 15 minutes. Like the bell ring again in 5 minutes. We have 10, and we'll begin at 5, and then we'll have to leave.
Larry Lee, Document Observer, and I want to thank you all for letting us come here and meet with you all. One, I just like to go on record. I'm also chairman of EMI Corporation of America, chairman of the board, and I want to thank Ms. Waters for her effort with helping the down payment assistance program that has been challenged by this administration, and keeping people who need down payment assistance, keeping them out of homes. And I want to publicly thank you for your efforts. And you've been along with those two, I was also wondering, has there been a stance from the Black Caucus to help support her efforts in regards to the down payment assistance program? Some sort of statement that's come from the Black Caucus.
Let me just say that we moved in an unusual way to hold a hearing, and that's one of the great things about being in power and being the chairs of these committees and subcommittees. You have the power to hold committees, so we quickly put together a hearing on the down payment assistance program, and we were able to get the support from some people on the opposite side of the aisle. We're right now negotiating with the Senate side because the HUD, your secretary, all you all who support Secretary Jackson, you need to know he's the biggest obstacle to this program. He does not support it, but this is a program that's helped a lot of people of color and minorities by helping them to get into homes, by giving them the down payment assistance that they need. We're negotiating with the Senate, coming up with some kind of language to ensure that we address some of the problems and concerns they say that they have. No, we have not. The Black Caucus has not. I've not given them anything to sign off on. If we don't get it out of the Senate and we run into any more problems, we'll have to gather more support, and we'll do that.
Thank you. We're joined by, Congressman Mel Watt, our Yale lawyer, who's also on that committee, who wants to speak on that. Let me bring you this minute. Gregory Meek, Congressman from New York, as well as more Congressman from Milwaukee.
I just wanted to point on, it's not directly on this point, but you should know that this afternoon the CBC has its own, or representatives of the CBC have their own meeting with Chairman Bernanke this afternoon. And one of the things we're pushing him on is to talk about things that the Fed can do that really are beneficial to our community. And if we can get his support on this down payment assistance thing, he probably has more influence with all these regulators, including Jackson, than probably anybody else. So that meeting is taking place this very afternoon, and I think hopefully will be an important
very important program, and we do need to fund it. One last question. We're joined by Congressman Al Green, cannot sing. He's from
I can do a lot of other things.
One last question, sir.
I'm President of North Carolina Black Caucus Association. We're deeply concerned about what is not happening as a result of the Katrina situation in the Gulf, in Louisiana, whatnot. What efforts are you all engaged in? Can these people be helped? Can we be helped? Not these people. Can we be helped? It's a tragic injustice. And it's what we've seen in news reports, people living in trailers and moles and rats and roaches. Somebody needs to do something. Can the CDC?
I want you to know the CDC has led the effort to get over $100 million into the region. The politics of Bush and the Mississippi governor and their relationship, Barbara, they unfortunately has 20% of the problem and got most of the money. So we're trying to do more.
You know, that seems to be the problem. The money goes down there, but it doesn't,
get to the right places.
It doesn't go get to the right place.
working on that, we have not, that is one of our, to continue to push that, and it's a big thing. Mel, did I see you over there on that?
No, well, Jackson is the obstacle there too. Maxine will drive that home.
The chairwoman is absolutely correct. All of the CDBG monies that we put into the Gulf Coast went for the road home program. That was to give up to $150,000 to all of those people whose homes had been destroyed or seriously damaged. And in addition to that, you know, we have the Section 8 program. Again, you have the HUD director, who is tearing down all the public housing developments. And those of you who are there, whether you're talking about the feed or St. Bernard's, all that's been torn down. Those people are still on the outside, over in Texas and other places, many of them wanting to return home, but there are no rental units for them to return home to. We're struggling not only to deal with the formaldehyde problem that you're talking about, and we're supposed to have all those people out by June, but you have to know that some of the money in the pipeline, the locals have not been able to spend it. For whatever reason, you've got problems at the local level and been able to get that money into rebuilding the schools and a lot of other things that need to be settled on the ground.
And perhaps, as I called the last gentleman here, there might be a partnership that we can do together. And that's one thing that we can follow up on that. But let me get this young man.
Well, I wanted to just say, he is one of our publishers from New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
And he is now down to publishing twice a month, I believe it is. So our publications are suffering down there. And NNPA doesn't have the kind of resources to help. So I just want to put that out there, that we've got one right here.
Introduce yourself.
This is Terry Jones from New Orleans.
Yeah, can you talk?
I don't want him to have to talk for himself. He's got to speak.
We love sisters on that. Right.
You know, it's a big problem. I mean, but you know, there's difficult road only. That's $150,000 minus your insurance, minus SBA loans, minus any money you got from people. At the end of the day, there's nothing there. You know, with people, and it happens with people with the smaller homes, the lower income level. So their homes didn't have much money in already, they didn't have much insurance in already. So after you get out everything else, they don't have any money to get back, so it's a farce. Actually, with people make money off of people with larger homes, like say Charles Street, they deduct out and they get the whole 150 back, which is ironic. So it's all set up against us. So I mean, we have faith to make
State design program. We put the money in, block granted it to the state, and even your previous governor was responsible for designing that program, and it's worked for some people, but for a lot of just not.
You're 100% right, man. So I just had a meeting with Maryland, we just came here, and now we're getting Bobby Campbell and all this. It's getting better. What happened? The money came from you guys and hit that move and never moved.
Okay. We know that that's a major issue. We have to see how we can help together. We're joined by Congresswoman Corey Brown from Jacksonville, Florida. This is not the last time that we get together. We have major issues. And this press that you have and trying to strengthen it so you can be and do more too, maybe we can work on that in better ways. We are going to look into the various departments for sure. Katrina, someone mentioned, and other things. Let's get back on this, and I'm not sure who our point will be, but we'll make sure that Dr. Joe Leonard, who's upstairs on the floor, as they call for the vote, we'll get back and see if we can't tackle. Just pick one or two things we might work on for the rest of the year.
Very good.
Thanks so much. If you would just